That's your car outside. So tell me who's inside. Same plate on the back. You said you were working, now explain all that. Your jacket's on the front seat, your lights are burning low. I know every mile that Chevrolet can go. We know that car. Don't call me jealous, don't call me blind. I helped make the payment 1 month at a time. That's your car outside. Who you hiding inside? Don't call me crazy, don't waste my time. That's your car outside, under that red neon light. You can lie with your mouth, but your Chevrolet don't lie. That car don't lie. That car don't lie. I stood by the window and watch that doorway. You walked in at 11 on your so-called work day. Your friend at the bar couldn't look in my face. Everybody knew, but nobody knew their place. I checked the back tire, the scratch on the door. You can change a story, but I've seen that car before. Save all your reasons, save every line. The truth got 4 wheels and it's parked outside. That's your car outside. So who you hiding inside? Don't call me crazy, don't waste my time. That's your car outside, under that red neon light. You can lie with your mouth, but your Chevrolet don't lie. No, that car don't lie. I could walk in shouting, I could call your name, but a grown woman knows when the proof is already came. I don't need a witness, I don't need a fight. The truth is sitting pretty under that parking light. Same car, same car, same place, same place, same man, same mistake, same man. That's your car outside, and I know who's inside. Keep your explanations, I already decided. That's your car outside, but I won't wait here all night. You can lie with your mouth, but your Chevrolet don't lie. That car don't lie. That car don't lie. Keep the car, keep the alibi. I'm walking through the Velvet Noir tonight. I'm walking through the Velvet Noir tonight. Clocked out, dressed up. Turn that music up. Woo! 10 hours standing, smile on command. Boss kept talking like I had no plans. Counting my money, changed in the back. Left that name tag right where it's at. My sister pulled up, 9:15. dressed up and showing up. Paycheck folded deep in my purse. Rent gets Monday, tonight comes first. I didn't come here to find me a man. I came for the drummer and that bass player's hands. If somebody asks who brought me tonight, tell them these 2 feet got me here just fine. No waiting by phones, no watching the door. I worked all week, now I'll move from my floor. Woo! Work had my patience, work had my time, but it never bought my Saturday night. Hey, clocked out, dressed up, woo, turned that music up. I gave that job more than enough. Heels on the floor, hair sitting right, a hard week dawn on Saturday night. Clocked out, dressed up and showing up. Monday can stand in line, Tuesday can wait his turn, Wednesday spend my patience, Thursday watched it burn, Friday tried to wear me thin, but Saturday let the good times in. Who earned this night? We did. Who paid that price? We did. Who runs this floor? We did. Move and see. Clocked out, dressed up. Now turn that whole band up. That heart we took. Ooh, more than enough. Feet on the floor, so feeling like a hard week dawn on my Saturday night. Clocked out, dressed up and showing up. Uniform on, red dress on, turn up the music. Ooh, that week is gone. Don't introduce me as your friend, not again. You said it's smiling like it was small, like I don't know you after every call. Your people looked, you cleared your throat, then called me a friend. Like that covered us both. I know your front door, I know your bed, I know the promises you made and meant. If I'm good enough for your midnight, I'm good enough for your daylight. Don't introduce me as your friend, not after where we've been. Don't hold me close in private, then hide me from your friends. Say what I am, or let this end, but don't introduce me as your friend. Not your friend, not your friend. Not again, not your friend. I know your mother, I know your street, I know how you take your call filled with cream. I know the number you call at 2, but in a crowded room, I barely know you. You like me private, you like me near, you like my love when no one can hear. But a whole woman ain't no little secret. If you can't say my name, then you don't get to keep it. I know your front door, I know your bed, I know the promises you made and meant. If I'm good enough for your midnight, I'm good enough your people. Love that hides too long starts looking like deceit. Am I your woman? Say it plain. Am I your secret? Not again, don't introduce me as your friend. You won't get that chance again. I won't love you in the dark while you act free with your friends. You had my heart, you chose pretend. Now watch me walk inside without my friend. Walk on in, let him pretend. If I'm good enough for your midnight, I'm good enough for your daylight. Ring don't slip off by accident. No, it don't. I saw you by the doorway, turning gold in your hand. Slipped it in your pocket before you joined the band. You straightened up your collar and ordered something neat, then crossed that crowded room like you came looking for me. But there's a pale line where that promise sat. You can fool the room, you can't explain that. A ring don't slip off by accident. You can hide the band, but your hand leaves evidence. So ring don't slip off by accident. No, it don't. No accident. You said it feels too heavy. I said that sounds like home. You said we're almost finished. I said then finish it alone. You offered me a slow dance, like that would make things right. But another woman's promise ain't mine to wear tonight. You called it complicated, that word men like to use when they want two front doors and neither one to choose. Your finger knows what your mouth forgets. A married man's hand always leaves a silhouette. A ring don't slip off by accident. Gold don't get lost where your good sense went. You can hide the band, but your hand leaves evidence. So ring don't slip off by accident. No, it don't. No accident. If you take it off, speak to me. Put it back on and go home clean. I don't borrow trouble, I don't rent regret, and I don't dance with somebody else's dead. Where's your ring? In his pocket. What's that mark? He can't stop it. What's his story? Same old lie. A ring don't slip off by accident. Gold don't disappear because the night got late. You can hide the band, but your hand still testifies. A ring don't slip off by accident. No, it don't. That hand don't lie. Put your promise back mama knew before I did. She watched you leave before dessert, saw how your smile did all the work. You kissed my cheek, you checked the time. She kept on folding that napkin twice. When you walked out, she poured more tea. Said a man in love don't leave that easily. I told her, mama, you worry too much. She said, baby, watch what he does. My mama knew before I did. She saw the truth behind what you hear. She said, sweet words don't make a man stay. Watch where he goes when he gets his way. My mama knew before I did. Mama always knows. She heard your name and shook her head, said, some men promise more than they intend. I call that wisdom old-fashioned fear, till every warning brought me here. You missed my birthday, blamed overtime, then sent me flowers without signing your name. I heard her voice before I cried, a closed mouth lies, but footsteps testify. I told her, mama, he'll come around. She said, a good man don't need tracking down. My mama knew before I did. She saw the truth behind what you hear. She said, sweet words don't make a man stay. Watch where he goes when he gets his way. My mama knew before I did. Mama always knows. She never said, I told you so. She opened the door and let me come home, put coffee on, pulled out a chair. Some kinds of love, don't ask what happened there. I said, how did you know? She smiled and said, a woman hears goodbye before a man says it. My mama knew before I did. My mama knew before I. She saw the woman I nearly forgot. My mama knew. She said, losing him ain't losing yourself. Don't carry a man who won't carry his weight. My mama knew before I did. Mama always knows. She knew I was leaving. She knew I'd live. My mama knew before I did. I work too hard to beg. Too hard. by the door. 8 hours working, then 2 hours more. Paid every bill, kept food on the shelf. While you kept promising you'd find yourself. You borrow my patience, you borrow my car, but when I need something, you're never that far. Love can be patient, love can forgive, but love ain't supposed to pay where you live. I work too hard to beg, too hard to chase, too hard to carry a grown man's weight. If I earn my money, I can earn my rest. I work too hard to beg for less. Too hard, not me, not me. You like my paycheck, you like my bed, you like a good woman keeping you fed. You say times are rough every time rent is due, but somehow your Friday always finds something new. New shoes on your feet, new smoke in your hand, old excuses waiting for the same tired man. A closed hand takes, but never gives. And love ain't a job, only one person lives. I work too hard to beg, too hard to chase, too hard to carry a grown man's weight. If I earn my money, I can earn my rest. I work too hard to beg for less. Too hard, not me, not me. My mama said, watch how he eats. A lazy man loves a working woman's peace. My sister said, girl, count what you spend. A man who borrows forever ain't planning to mend. Who paid the light? She did. Who paid the rent? She did. Who kept him fed? She did. Who's done with that? She is. I work too hard to beg, too hard to bend, too hard to raise somebody else's man. I earn my money, I earn my respect. I work too hard to beg for less. Too hard, not me. Keep your excuses, keep your debt. I work too hard to beg for less. You only call after midnight. Never before supper, never after work, never when the daylight might show what this is worth. Your number comes ringing when the whole block sleeps. You ask if I miss you, like missing comes cheap. You want my voice low, you want my curtains drawn, but love that needs hiding won't last till dawn. You only call after midnight when nobody can see. You want all of my love come looking tonight. Not tonight. Not tonight. Not tonight. You know my back staircase, you know where I leave the key, but you've never walked beside me down a public street. You say the time ain't ready, you say people like to talk, but a man with honest footsteps doesn't fear a daylight walk. You bring me little promises wrapped in whispered plans, but morning finds them missing like money through loose hands. You want my door open, your own life closed tight. A secret may feel sweet, but it never tastes right. You only call after midnight when nobody can see. You want all of my loving without standing next to me. You only call after midnight, like darkness makes it right. If you can't love me in daylight, don't come looking tonight. Not tonight. Not tonight. Not tonight. Tonight the phone rang twice, I let it ring again. Some blessings arrive softly, some come dressed as men. I turned on every lamp, opened every blind. A woman who knows her value, don't live on borrowed time. What happens after midnight comes due by morning. What hides in the darkness shows up without warning. Hey, you only called after midnight, now you won't call me at all. I took my name from the darkness and hung it bright on the wall. You only called after midnight, but morning changed my mind. If you couldn't love me in daylight, you were never really mine. Never really mine. No more whispers, no more borrowed time. Daylight tells the truth, midnight tries to hide. I came to dance, not to explain. Let her dance. Before I reached the doorway, they already knew my name. Half the room had questions, the other half had blame. They heard I left on Tuesday, they heard I cried till 3. Funny how the whole town knows more than me. Save your little whispers, save your secondhand news. Tonight these red high heels got nothing left to prove. I came today, not to explain. I came to move, not speak his name. The band is hot, the floor is mine. I left my trouble outside tonight. I came to dance, not to explain. Let her dance, let him talk, let her dance. Miss Pearl by the jukebox asked if I was alright. I said, play something with the backbeat and ask me Monday night. My cousin brought the details, my neighbor brought advice, everybody brought an opinion, nobody brought ice. I know exactly what happened, I know exactly why, but some things sound much better under bass and colored lights. A story grows longer every mouth it runs through. Tonight I'm letting the drummer tell you what I came to do. I came to dance, not to explain. I came to move, not speak his name. The band is hot, the floor is mine. I left my trouble outside tonight. I came to dance, not to explain. Let them talk. You can call it running, I call it choosing peace. You can count my mistakes while I count this beat. A woman ain't required to bleed in public view. Sometimes the best answer is a better pair of shoes. Did she leave him? Let her dance. Is she hurting? Let her dance. What really happened? None of your business. Then turn that record up. I came to dance, not to explain. I found my rhythm and lost his name. The room can't talk the whole night through. My feet know things my mouth won't tell you. I came to dance, not to explain. Let it dance. Let them talk. Let it dance. When gossip gets loud, turn the music up. I came to dance, and that is enough. A good friend tells you twice. First time is mercy, second time is love. You call me late, so tell me plain, then change your face when I said his name. I saw his car on Willow Street, saw him laughing in the passenger seat. I didn't come to break your heart, but lies grow legs when truth won't start. I asked you once, you looked away, so I came back with more to say. A good friend tells you twice, even when the truth ain't nice. First time soft, second time straight. Love don't watch while you lose your way. A good friend tells you twice, twice if she loves you. I called it gossip, called you unfair, said you were jealous, he chose me instead. You let me talk, you let me defend a man who never defended me then. I kept the receipt from the motel bar, his name in ink, his hand on her arm. I prayed I was wrong, I wished it away, but wishing don't change what happened that day. The first time hurt, the second one stayed. Some truths need time before they get believed. A good friend tells you twice, truth still knocks on the same front door. A good friend tells you twice, then stands beside you through the night. First time mercy, second time love, third time silence, would not be enough. A good friend tells you twice, because she loves you. I heard you late, but I heard you right. A good friend tells you twice. The whole room knew before I did. I walked in smiling, you looked away. Miss Pearl stopped talking, the band missed a change. Two women by the doorway suddenly found the floor. Even the man pouring whiskey wouldn't look toward the door. You stood beside her, too close to explain, and every quiet face already knew her name. Nobody warned me, nobody lied, they just made room for the truth to arrive. The whole room knew before I did. Every eye held what you hid. They lowered their voices, they softened the light. The whole room knew I was losing you that night. Everybody knew. Everybody knew. Everybody knew. My cousin touched my shoulder, then pulled her hand away. The drummer kept counting like a rhythm couldn't make me stay. You called her just a friend, she wore your Sunday ring, and everybody watched me understand everything. I thought their silence meant they took your side, but sometimes people go quiet when a woman needs a lie. Nobody stopped me, nobody moved. The truth needs no witness when the whole room knows. The whole room knew before I did. Every eye held what you hid. They lowered their voices, they softened the light. The whole room knew I was losing you that night. Everybody knew. Everybody knew. Everybody knew. I wanted one person to say I was wrong, one honest face to pull me along. But pity looks downward and truth looks away. I learned more from silence than you ever could say. Then Miss Pearl whispered, "Baby, hold your head high." A room full of witnesses can't make a lie right. everybody. How long? Long enough. Who told me? Nobody had to. The whole room knew before I did, but shame belongs to the one who hid. I lifted my chin and walked into the light. The whole room watched me leave you there that night. The whole room knew before I did. Now she knows too. They knew your secret. I learned my worth. The whole room knew, but I walked out first. Sunday ain't for apologies. Too late now. Yeah. You knocked the night with flowers in hand. Same Sunday suit, same Saturday man. You said the night got out of control, like trouble walked in and borrowed your soul. You brought me coffee, you brought me a smile, but truth don't get cleaner after sitting a while. Saturday choices don't vanish by dawn. Morning don't erase where your car is gone. Sunday ain't for apologies. Now when Saturday told on you, don't bring me flowers for what you chose to do. Sunday ain't for apologies. When the truth came home with me, what you whisper Saturday walks into Sunday. Walks into Sunday. Walks into Sunday. Walks into Sunday. You blame the whiskey, you blame your friends, you blame the hour, but never yourself. Said she meant nothing, said I meant more. A man who means I don't use the side door. You asked for mercy before taking blame, but sorry without changing his regret, wearing your name. A clean white shirt can't cover last night, and church bell language don't make wrong doing right. Sunday ain't for apologies. Not what Saturday told on you. Don't bring me flowers for what you chose to do. Sunday ain't for apologies. When the truth came home with me, what you whisper Saturday walks into Sunday. Walks into Sunday. Walks into Sunday. Walks into Sunday. My mama said forgiveness ain't the same as staying. A prayer ain't a promise if your feet keep straying. You want me to pardon before you understand, but grace ain't a shelter for an unchanged man. Who made that choice? He did, he did. Who told that lie? He did, he did. Who closed that door? He did, he did. And who sleeps alone? He will. Sunday ain't for apologies. Today belongs to clarity. Keep those flowers and take responsibility. Yeah. Sunday ain't for apologies. I finally heard what truth told me, what you whisper Saturday walks into Sunday. Stays till Monday. Take your coffee, take your key. Sunday morning belongs to me. When the house lights came on, so did the truth. Last call was over, the band played low, chairs on the tables, time to go. Lipstick on glasses, smoke in the air, one lonely earring left by a chair. A woman held her shoes, a man searched for his coat, somebody tore a number from a yellow paper note. Darkness makes promises, the morning reviews. When the house lights came on, so did the truth. When the house lights came on, nobody could hide. Every borrowed story lost its alibi. The red room turned honest under ordinary light. When the house lights came on, we saw the whole night. Saw the whole night. Saw the whole night. Saw the whole night. Miss Pearl counted money behind the bar. One woman stood watching a familiar car. Two friends left together, afterwards they both survived. One man kept apologizing to a door closed from inside. The dancer quit smiling, the liar lost his charm. A wife found her courage and removed his head from her arm. Night gives a shadow to whatever we choose. When the house lights came on, so did the truth. When the house lights came on, nobody could hide. Every borrowed story lost its alibi. The red room turned honest under ordinary light. When the house lights came on, we saw the whole night. Saw the whole night. Saw the whole night. Saw the whole night. Some came for dancing, some came to forget, some came to forget, some found an answer they weren't ready for yet. Some left with somebody, some walked out alone, believing with the truth was still better than going home wrong. The rain had stopped falling, the street looked new. Jackson held its breath while the morning came through. Who kept her name? She did. Who closed that door? She did. Who walked out first? She did. Who knows her worth? She does. When the house lights came on, nobody could hide. Every Saturday secret met the morning outside. survive the whole night. Survive the whole night. Survive the whole night. When the house lights came on, so did the truth. Sunday morning truth. The sign went dark, the street turned blue. Velvet Noir closed, but the truth walked through.